Hi everyone, how are you? This is going to be an exciting video because I'm going to actually, instead of telling you what I think, I'm going to give you some wisdom of someone else. It's somebody I mention on my videos often. It's a guy named Eric Ries. He's kind of one of these almost revolutionary thinkers in sort of the current way of doing business. I respect him a lot. He's written books. He's a speaker. He's doing a lot of stuff. If you don't know him, check him out. I'll have the links to him and his sort of the guy he works with, his teacher mentor, Steve Blank. I'll have the links to their Wikipedia profiles and things like that in the description of the video. But let me share so Eric Ries. He developed this concept. His major concept is the lean startup. I'm not going to cover that right now. In this video, I'm going to cover how to grow your business, and I'm going to use thoughts from Eric Ries in sort of informing our discussion about how to grow your business. And his conception is there are three large sort of abstract methodologies that you can use and adapt to your kind of business. So when I talk about these, think about your business and think which one applies to you, and then think about how to get the most of it, right? So let's get right to it. And these are going to be obvious, maybe not, we'll see, but try to see how you can use it for your situation. So the first, and Eric Ries calls them engines of growth. So in the metaphor, I like this metaphor because it's kind of like the engine, right? Once you figure out how to get it to work, it sort of works and works and works and works and works for you. And that's why these are so good, because they're all scalable. And so once you figure out how to make it work, like the costs of it work out, you get enough revenue per customers, all that kind of thing. Once it sort of makes a little bit of financial sense, then you can scale it. And that's really great, because that's how you grow your business. That's how you can get it to become big. So the first is what's called the viral engine of growth. And that's something, if you have like entertaining content, or if you have like a business that deals with something that people share, or like photos or something, like you can get it to spread, and you can just grow it virally. It isn't that common, because most businesses, if you have a lawn care business, if you cut grass, right, with lawn care, or if you're a roofer, that's not how you're going to grow. I mean, partially it will be, because if you're good, people will recommend you. But it's not the same as that exponential sharing. The next is the paid engine of growth. Is actually, if you pay $1, let's say, for example, to get a customer, but he spends $2, then why not spend $1 million and get $2 million, right? And that's the whole concept of the paid engine of growth, because as soon as you figure out your metrics, like how much it costs for you to acquire a client on average, and how much you're getting out of that client on average, and if you're getting more out of the client than you're paying to get him or her, then wow, you can press the throttle on that spending, because you spend, you get a customer, he spends, and that money goes right back into spending more and getting more clients. They spend, right, you get it. It becomes really good. Of course, it's really difficult to know exactly how much a customer costs to acquire and makes for you. And the reason for that is because not all customers are made the same. So it's got to be averaged out over large statistics. One customer can come, they might just be browsing. Another customer might be a really, active shopper. They're very different in how they're going to spend money. So, so you got to kind of take the average of large sums, so that the finances don't, there isn't, the outliers don't mess up your statistics and how you count. But that's a little bit too getting too much into the details of it. See, what is the next one? paid engine, viral engine, and then the sticky engine of growth. The sticky engine of growth is a really cool one because it's when your customers stick with you. So for example, let's say you're a magazine and you're really writing great content. Then people who are reading it, they're going to come back the next month and the next month and the next month, and they're kind of like, you know, accumulate over time. There's more and more and more and more because the base, the attrition, the people who stop reading versus people who start and start and start, it's kind of like, you know, it's if the attrition is if you're losing less people than you're gaining, then you're in good shape because you can just grow that, and most of your customer base will remain month over month. I mean, it's different if you sell a one-time product, then you have to start all over the next month, you know, start your sales all over. But in this case, they just accumulate, and and that lends itself really well. If they accumulate, and it's that kind of a sticky engine of growth, then what's really great is that that lends itself to some kind of a subscription model where people subscribe for something. And the reason that is very good is because most people don't unsubscribe. That's the kind of the hidden. And if you've seen in my videos, I make a lot of videos about and emphasize subscriptions because it's one of the very nice ways to increase your revenue. Because people generally, they don't unsubscribe. Like, it takes work to unsubscribe, and people are busy and they just don't. Like, think about how a gym works. Do you know how many people, like what percentage of a gym members who pay don't even go there for like the last 6 months or something? I mean, obviously these statistics differ in different gyms, but it's really large. Many people just pay because they think like, oh, I'll go next month or something like that, and they just, you know, that thing gets deducted from their account every month, and it just keeps going and going, and they don't unsubscribe. So until like they move out of that area maybe or something. So that's very common. So subscriptions are really good in that sticky engine of growth. It lends itself well to subscriptions. So subscriptions work quite well if you can get that sticky engine of growth to work for you. But as you can see, they all work in my two favorites. They're really the sticky engine of growth and the paid engine of growth, because I'm a little bit skeptical of how many businesses are really going to be that viral. It's difficult. It's very difficult, and you have to be very viral to really sustain that growth, and it's rare. But to have that arbitrage of, you know, you pay $1, you get $2 from that customer, then you put that $2 into getting that 2 new customers, then it becomes 4 customers. That arbitrage, you know, when you spend $1, get revenue of $2, but you earn $1, the difference, that arbitrage there, I love that, because you can guarantee your clients, because they're paying. You know, if you're paying, those are usually much more solid sources of clients, right? Because you're paying people, it's great. Whoever's getting you the clients is happy. Whereas, you know, the free stuff, it's a little bit, you're a little bit more kind of like dependent on the various ecosystems and things like that, and it might be like a rug, you know, taken right under you, because one day it's working, another day, you know, it's not working, and it's free. So what can you do? You know, you're not really paying. So, and then of course, the sticky engine of growth also combats that risk, because you retain your customers. So you don't have to get a lot of customers each month. You just have to get, I mean, it would be nice if you did, but you just have to kind of grow and grow and grow and grow, because they accumulate. So it also protects you from all of a sudden what happens if the next day there's like your source of traffic or source of clients dries up. What's going to happen? There's no new ones, right? And the old ones didn't come back. So that's why the sticky engine of growth is really good. So that's my favorites: the sticky engine of growth and the paid engine of growth. So those are like the abstract ways, the high-level ways to grow a business. And of course, many businesses, they're a combination of the three. You know, some businesses have all three. Like, you know, if it's like a good example is very like kind of flashy content, or like, you know, people love to come back to it, so it's kind of sticky, but also people share it, so it's also viral. And at the same time, if you can make money from enough, you know, if you can make enough money from the clients who come back and who do this, why not pay, you know, to get those clients, right? If you can make enough money back from them. So you can really apply all three at once. You don't have to stick with just one, but see which ones work for you. I mean, obviously the more that you can get to work for you, the better, and your business will be a little stronger. But if you can get just one working well for you, that's also very good. So that's it. Those are kind of the high level engines of growth that Eric Ries sort of champions. That's what he talks about, that's what he lectures about, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So I'm gonna, again, like, I'll have the notes to his work in the show notes. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if this was interesting. And of course, please check out my mobile apps at problemio.com, or, you know, search for Problemio in any of the app stores, iOS, Kindle, Nook, whatever, Android. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.